So Kelsey Mitchell went on a podcast, and I'm just going to say it, podcasts and WNBA players, that combination rarely ends well, especially when you're not the one controlling the platform. If you don't own the mic, things can get clipped, twisted, and thrown onto Twitter within seconds. And that's exactly what just happened. Mitchell made a comment, and somehow, some way, people decided it was a shot at Caitlin Clark, because apparently everything is about Caitlin Clark now. I've had people sending me the clips saying, "Get Kelsey away from Caitlin." And I'm sitting here thinking, what are we actually doing? Let's break down what she really said. She was talking about young players celebrating shots, hitting a three, flexing, emoting, while the other team is already running back and scoring. And she said there has to be balance. Don't lose sight of what's important. That's it. That's the whole controversial comment. If you've ever coached kids, played with teenagers, or watched AAU basketball lately, you know exactly what she's talking about. There are 15-, 16-, 17-year-olds who will hit a bucket, celebrate for 5 seconds, and give up 2 points on the other end because they didn't sprint back. It's common in youth basketball right now. That's not a shot at Caitlin Clark. That's not a shot at Aaliyah Boston. First of all, Caitlin Clark doesn't even do that. She celebrates during timeouts. Sure, but she's not the player jogging back while her assignment scores. Mitchell wasn't talking about bench celebrations. She wasn't talking about teammates hyping each other up. If that was the case, then let's be honest. The biggest celebrator she's ever played with was Erica Wheeler, a veteran, an all-star MVP, a vet. So that theory falls apart quickly. What this really is, it's Twitter doing what Twitter does. Kelsey Mitchell is old school. She's a hooper. That's her identity. She's wired to think, score, get back, lock in. That doesn't mean she hates fun. It means she values discipline. And somehow that turned into, she's attacking the young core. Let's slow down. Mitchell absolutely deserves her shot this season with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. After what she did last year, she earned that. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you adjust later. But trading her right now, that would make 0 sense for the Indiana Fever. There's no scenario where keeping her makes the Fever worse today. If down the line it doesn't fit, you reassess. You don't blow it up because Twitter decided to overanalyze a 15-second clip. And let's be honest, the real challenge in Indiana hasn't been locker room drama for Mitchell. The biggest internal tension over the last couple years was coaching instability under Christie's sides, and players struggling with outside noise. Some players handled it better than others. Some didn't. But this idea that Mitchell is some locker room issue, there's zero real evidence of that. If anything, this whole situation is just another reminder. WNBA players probably shouldn't be doom scrolling Twitter, because this is what happens. A completely normal basketball take turns into manufactured drama. And here's the part people don't want to admit. Basketball culture has changed. Celebrations are louder. Social media amplifies everything. Younger players grew up differently. Mitchell grew up in a different era. She's 30. That perspective is natural. That's not shade. That's generational difference. So no, this wasn't a shot at Caitlin Clark. No, this wasn't an attack on a young core. And no, the Fever are not about to implode because of a podcast clip. This was an innocent comment blown way out of proportion. And honestly, it's a perfect example of why players need to stay off Twitter. Because the timeline will always find a way to turn nothing into something.